All participants in this podcast were portrayed by Alexander Carver. Any likenesses to the voices, personalities, or real-world views of those persons depicted here in no way reflects the true voices, personalities, real-world views, or unstableness of the people herein. We apologize for any confusion.
And now, from an undisclosed location somewhere in the bowels of Los Angeles, California, it's Potential Spam with your host, Alexander Carver. Tonight's guest, British exotic bird caller Gillian Hetero, screen legend Keanu Reeves, and an original song by Elise Carver and the Potential Spam Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please find it in your hearts to stand and give a rousing welcome to the host of Potential Spam, Alexander Carver! Hey! Thank you so much. Oh, is that it? You're done clapping? Okay. Oh, hey, one more clap. Thanks, Bob. Well, we did it, everybody. We did it. We survived our premiere episode and lived to fight another day. We're still kicking, folks. And what a fantastic looking crowd we have here to celebrate our second show. What this audience actually looks like it may have lost a few pounds compared to the last audience. Anyway, thank you, Don and Winnie, and everyone else for being here tonight. And welcome to our second podcast. As Bob Bovary, our announcer and producer, told you, I am Alexander Carver, the host of the show. Hey, have you guys noticed that things have gotten a little hostile in this country of ours? Mom's applauding. Great. She cooks. She does crossword puzzles. She storms government buildings. I'm the offspring of an AARP card-carrying anarchist. Damn, I knew that was too big a tongue twister for me to be able to spit out. No, but seriously, folks, these days the Democrats and the Republicans are doing their best impressions of the Sunnis and the Sheets, whatever they're called over there in Iraq. Huh? What, Bob? The Sunnis and the Shiites, whatever. They know who they are. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I was saying that America needs to get its priorities straight and put country before party and the individual before... I can't read that word. Bob, look at that cue card. Bob, do you consider that to be legible handwriting? Yeah, I know it's not your handwriting, but it's someone's handwriting, and you're overseeing that someone. Mom, I'm over here. Well, you're facing in the wrong direction. I don't know what you're looking at behind you. Oh, man. It's only our second show, and everything's already falling apart. Now I've got to try to find my way back to whatever my point was about how dysfunctional everything is right now. Hey, cue card guy? Manuel, right, Manuel. Can you go back like 2 or 3 cards? Thanks. No rush. It's just a live show. Oh, right. There it is. Priorities. I was talking about priorities. Thanks, Manuel. This country has never had its priorities straight. Take, for example, the fact that America had a man on the moon before it even had wheels on suitcases. Think of that. In 1969, Neil Armstrong was prancing around on the lunar surface of the moon, but before he could do the moonwalk, he had to carry his luggage across the tarmac at NASA all the way over to Apollo 13. And why? Because wheels on suitcases weren't invented yet. Priorities, people. Priority. And another priority issue that we're not prioritizing right now is these vaccines. What's all this anti-vaxxing nonsense? Why is everyone suddenly horrified of getting a little shot in their arm? Our government literally had to resort to bribing American citizens. Everyone gets a free beer with every vaccination. Gee, thanks. Let me guess, Coors Light? I think Biden should take a page out of Trump's playbook and just make stuff up. I don't know about you, but I'm hearing a lot of things. A lot of people are saying that the vaccine causes up to 3 inches of penis growth in men, and in women, it allows them to control men's minds. Boom! Welcome to herd immunity. Okay, enough bitching about Americant. What do you guys say we start the show? Oh, yeah, this new chair is perfect. Not too high, not too low. Oh, is it adjustable, Bob? Smart. That's smart. Good for you. And it swivels. I love it. So, Bob, we got a bunch of emails, tweets, and Facebook posts from our fans about our premiere episode. Yeah, I know you know, Bob. I'm just telling you as a function of communicating information to the audience. Have you ever seen a talk show before? Anyway, I'd like to take a couple minutes to read a few of the more striking questions we dug up in response to our first attempt at a talk show. Now, keep in mind that not all of these are flattering to me or to the program, which is fine because our biggest goal is to improve the quality of the show so we can get on TV, and we believe that there's no better way of doing that than to open ourselves up to you, the audience, for your thoughts and criticisms. Now, the first question is from Steffi Graff of Detroit, Michigan, who emailed us this question. How come we can't hear anything your producer Bob is saying? Can't you afford to get him his own microphone? Great question, Steffi. Bob, do you want to take that one? Oh, right. They can't hear what you're saying. Okay, I'll answer it. And I'll be honest with you, Steffi. Wait, Steffi Graf? Wasn't there a famous tennis player named Steffi Graf who was married to that other tennis player, Andre something? What? Yeah, Agassi. Remember her and him, Bob? You think this could be the same Steffi Graf? How cool! A Wimbledon champion tuned into our first show. Two, actually, because I think Andre Agassi won Wimbledon too, didn't he? And if they're still married, then it stands to reason that they probably watch the same shows like Elise and I do. Elise and me do. Me and Elise do. Do we know if Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf are still married, Bob? What? Yeah, could you check? Yeah, it says she's from Detroit. Oh, right. Good point. It's not them. If I had their tennis money, I wouldn't live in Detroit either. No offense, Detroit. We love you. Go Lions. Anyway, back to the question because I want to be completely honest with you, Steffi Graf, whoever you are. The reason Bob doesn't have a microphone during the show is because we were all worried that since Bob has such a wonderfully rich and resonant broadcaster's velvety vocal cord speaking voice, it would make my voice seem somehow less pleasant to listen to. Well, Bob, I was concerned, you were concerned. Doesn't really matter who was more concerned. And please, Bob, if you could just stop correcting me, I'd appreciate it. You know better than anyone else that the show's live. So there you go, Steffi. Another reason Bob doesn't have a microphone. Okay, the next question is from Fabian. Forgive me if I mispronounce your last name. Coliostamiliantre, or something like that. And Fabian is from, well, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of this town in Canada. What, Bob? Oh, is that how you spell Quebec? Okay, from Quebec. And Fabian tweeted on his Twitter, "Hey, Alexander, why don't you have a sidekick like Ed McMahon or Paul Schaefer or Andy Richter?" And my answer is, for the same reason I don't want Bob to have a microphone, insecurity. Okay, do we have time for one more question? No? Too bad. This last question is one I personally saw posted on the Facebook wall of Linda Ackerman of Tucson, Arizona. And she wrote, "Why do they do the show live if they're going to screw up so many times? Why not just tape the show ahead of time and drop the live thing? It's obviously not working." Well, Linda, I actually disagree with you on this one. I thought our first show got off without a hitch. Didn't you, Bob? Well, I did. And I'll tell you what, I think the rest of our audience gets a thrill out of watching something live in this predictable, scaredy cat world of pre-taped shows that we live in. I think our audience realizes that with potential spam, anything can happen and something could go desperately wrong. Oh my God, the lights just went out. That's incredible. Just as I said that, we were plunged into darkness here in the studio. Bob, where are you? Bob? No, I'm just kidding. The lights didn't go out. We weren't plunged into darkness. But as you can see, it's very exciting to think that we could have been. Oh God, look at my mom. She's so confused right now. Dad slipped right through it. But seriously, folks, if we weren't live last week, we would have never had that great Jerry Springer moment with my Uncle Bill and Bernie Sanders. So I actually think a little chaos can make great television if we ever end up on television. Bob, do you want to play that tape again to remind the audience what happened with Bernie Sanders last week? Thanks.
Yeah, well, your mother slept with Fidel Castro. My mother's dead. Why don't you come down here and say that to my face?
Bernie, Uncle Bill, guys, calm down.
Why don't you come up here and say what you said about Donald Trump? I'd be happy to. And then I'd shove 6 of those flags up here.
Okay, guys. Bernie, stay right there. Guys, Bob, grab him. See what I mean? You'd have to search high and low to find a more riveting moment in podcast history. Anyway, Linda, at least for now, we're going to keep doing the show live because the possibilities of extraordinary moments far outweigh the fear of our making a few harmless mistakes. Right, Bob? Bob, put the phone away. Come on. Anyway, thanks to all our fans for writing in those wonderful questions. Alrighty, folks. Originally, we had booked the top 3 most Googled exotic bird callers in America to be here tonight as our first guest. But due to budgetary concerns, we were only able to get one bird caller here from England. But he's highly regarded in the small fishing village of Plockton, where he lives with 7 exotic birds of his own. Please give a warm potential spam welcome to the winner of the 2009 Cornwall Bird Calling Competition, Mr. Gillian Hetero. Hey, Gillian, thanks for flying over the pond to be here tonight. I really appreciate it.
Name's Heathrow, not Hetero.
I'm sorry, one more time? I didn't quite get that.
Name's Heathrow, not Hetero. You said hetero. It's Heathrow like the airport, not hetero like the kind of man who doesn't go in for men.
Oh, you're saying you're not hetero?
Yes, I'm hetero in a sexual manner, but not in a hereditary sense.
Okay, well, thanks. So Gillian, what exotic birds have you prepared to do for us tonight?
Well, this first one's called a Malaysian monkey bird.
Okay, do you need a drum roll or anything?
Certainly not. Please don't do that.
Oh, all right, I won't.
Okay, here goes. The Malaysian monkey bird mating call. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to... Oh, I did that already. All right. Here it is.
Wow, that was great. How fun. So, Gillian, how did you originally get into the exotic bird calling scene?
Well, in Plockton, there's not all that much to do. You stand around, you sit around, and you sleep around.
So, all right. Well, let's go on to the next bird call. What's the next one going to be?
This next bird is called the Alaskan Cyrano. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. I have a tissue. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gillian.
This bird has a very long nose and a very indirect and halting way of communicating.
Just like Cyrano de Bergerac. So, okay, let's hear the Alaskan Cyrano.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack.
Wow. You know, it's funny, and don't take this the wrong way, Gillian, but to us laymen, for all we know, you could be just making up all these bird calls as you go along. Because what the hell do we know? You know? I don't know anything about birds other than that, you know, seagulls love trying to steal my food on the beach. I mean, anybody could really do what you do, couldn't they? I could just make up some bird name like the Transylvanian pterodactyl, and here it is. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you. Thank you. And really, it would sound just as fancy as anything you've done out here tonight. Anyway, just saying. Hey, where are you going? Hey, Gillian.
Hey, screw yourself.
Hey, I was just kidding. Come back here. Did he just walk? He just walked off the show. Hey, we just had our first walk-off, Bob. How cool. He was supposed to do like 4 exotic birds, and he did 2. And they weren't even that good. Mine was better than his, and I just winged it. Okay, folks, we're going to do a quick commercial to let our sponsor do their thing. And when we come back, our special guest, Keanu Reeves, will be here.
Oh man, I'm worried we ain't gonna get out of this foxhole alive, Jimmy.
Ah, Charlie, you gotta have a little faith. Come on, why don't you eat something? Build up your strength.
Okay, but all I have to eat is this can of Spam.
Well, there you go. That's something. Why don't you give it a try? Charlie? Charlie? Charlie! Ah, damn it. So young and so dead. Well, might as well see if this Spam has any potential. Wow, that is delicious. Spam by Hormel. If it's the last thing you ever taste, you'll be satisfied. Now with 25% less sodium.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest. Again, that looks like a Q, not a G, Bob. You're writing cue cards, not doctor's prescription slips. Anyway, my next guest has played some of the most memorable and endearing slow-witted characters in cinematic history. Take a look at this impressive clip of some of his greatest work. As Ted in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Whoa!
As Don John in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing.
I thank you. I'm not a man of many words, but I thank you.
As Johnny Utah in Point Break.
Whoa!
And as Neo in The Matrix. and gentlemen, please give it up for Keanu Reeves. How you doing, Keanu?
You mean like right now?
Yeah, or anytime. Yesterday. Did you have a good day yesterday?
I don't remember. What was yesterday?
Sunday, I believe. What some call the Lord's Day and others call Sunday.
Definitely. I had a great day. Sundays are my chillax days.
And you're not a religious man?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So what does a Sunday look like at the Keanu Reeves household?
Well, I sleep in until about noon, just like any other day. And then I get up and I make myself some eggs.
Oh, very nice. How do you like your eggs?
Over easy.
With bacon?
No, ham.
Ham?
Ham.
Oh, okay. And then what do you do?
Then I sit down in front of the television, eat my eggs and ham, and watch cartoons.
Oh, wow, that sounds nice. Do you watch cartoons with your kids?
No, I don't have any kids.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Did we know that, Bob? I did not realize that. Well, do you want to have kids eventually, before you're dead?
No, I'm good.
Really? Why not, Keanu? You have such a childlike quality. I think you'd be great with kids.
Yeah, I'd be great with them, but would they be great with me? Your producer, Bill, Bob, he said that you and your wife are gonna have a baby. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thanks. Thank you, Keanu. That's very sweet.
Have you picked out a name yet?
Yeah. Okay, you ready? Here comes the big name reveal. Her name is going to be Alexandra Wyndon Carver.
Oh, what a great name. I absolutely love it. Alexander Wilder Carter.
No. Alexandra Wyndon Carver.
Oh, wow. I like that even better.
Well, thanks. It's a combination of my name and my wife Elise's, who's the leader of the Potential Spam Band. The pregnant lady over there keeps staring at you.
Hi, Lise. Congratulations on El Ezekiel. I hope he has your beautiful green eyes.
Okay. Keanu, I want to turn our attention now to your incredible cinematic career spanning over 5 decades. You played so many memorable roles like John Wick, most recently, Johnny Utah in Point Break, Neo in The Matrix. But when I think of the great Keanu Reeves performances, I tend to think of characters who are a little slow, maybe from too much of an exposure to marijuana or other brain-numbing drugs. The type of guys I would not want Alexandra to associate with when she reaches adulthood, some 18 years and 1 month from now.
Who's Alexandra?
My unborn daughter, the one we were just talking about?
Oh, right. Congratulations again. I'm really happy for you and,
Elise. Thanks again, Keanu.
Oh, but now I've forgotten what the question was. Don, I know you mentioned something about drugs.
No, that's okay. I actually haven't asked you the question yet. But here it is. You've played a doctor in the movie Something's Gotta Give, and a lawyer in The Devil's Advocate. You've acted in a Shakespeare movie. And my question is, do you prefer playing smart characters or dumb characters?
Well, to be honest with you, dumb characters come a lot more naturally to me.
Well, that makes sense. Sure. Now, Keanu, you've dated hordes of Hollywood's most beautiful actresses.
Hey, no, none of them are whores.
No. I said hordes, not whores. Hordes as in a lot, not whores as in too many.
Oh, right. I definitely have. I've been very fortunate with the ladies.
Now, I want to go down the list of just a few of the ladies you've been with. And how about when I say their names, you tell me the first thing about them that pops into your head?
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, it's a live show.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's start with Sandra Bullock. First thing that comes into your head.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's her favorite food. She would eat like buckets and buckets and never put on a pound. It was odd.
Winona Ryder.
Klepto. Big time. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that about her. Did she ever steal anything from you?
Oh, yeah. Everything but my heart.
Interesting. Can you maybe tell our audience anything specifically that she may have pilfered?
Pilfered?
Stolen?
Oh, well, I had a Mike Schmidt autographed baseball that disappeared from my bureau and later showed up on her bureau.
Wow. Is she like a big sports fan?
Only the sport of pilfering.
Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Cameron Diaz.
Blonde.
Charlize Theron.
Blonde. Oh, and she's a really light sleeper. When we were in bed, I tried not to move. It was like waking a grizzly bear.
Ah, jeez. Sorry, just had a flashback to our first show. Okay, one more. Diane Keaton.
Pleated pants.
Okay, and of all those wonderful Hollywood starlets, I just mentioned to you, who was the one that got away, Keanu? Who's your favorite?
Oh, wow. I'm afraid it would be really hard to qualify or quantify them.
Well, then, let me help you. Who was your favorite blonde?
Cameron.
And your favorite brunette?
Sandra.
Okay, and if you were stranded on a desert island, who would you rather have with you, Sandra Bullock or Cameron Diaz?
Sandra Bullock.
And why is that?
Because she'd be good at, like, building fires, telling ghost stories, and things like that. And also, she's really easy to talk to. Just like, one of the guys. A simple girl who just happens to eat a ton of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Never put on a pound.
Now, before I let Keanu go, I want to play a quick round of Who Would Have Thought? You ready, Keanu? It works like this. I'll ask you a question, and you say the first response that comes into your head. If you pause, you will hear this sound. Okay? Are you ready?
Didn't we just do this game with my sex life?
No. Well, yeah, sort of. Yeah, yes, I did. Anyway, here's the first question. Boxers or briefs?
Neither.
Wow, what does that mean?
I like to go el fresco.
The mountains or the beach?
Do you mean like in a sexual way?
No, I mean like in a vacation way.
The beach.
Your least favorite co-star ever?
I'd rather not answer that. Patrick Swayze, God rest his soul.
Your favorite all-time president?
Of the United States?
No, of France.
Napoleon.
Yes, of the United States.
Van Buren. Only because I love saying the name Van Buren.
A place where you feel safe?
In my mother's arms.
Still, to this day?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If you weren't an actor, what would you be?
Unemployed.
Wow. Who would have thought? Keanu, thanks so much for being here. Keanu Reeves, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Elise Carver and the Potential Spam Band. Thanks, Keanu. No, the other way. Go around the other way. You can't get out that way, Keanu. Keanu. Bob, do you want to help Keanu? Hey, Bob, that Keanu Reeves looks pretty amazing for 56, doesn't he? You guys are about the same age. I'm telling you, man, you better put down that jelly donut and pick up a gym membership, buddy. You're welcome. Okay, folks, we have a special treat to close the show tonight. My wife, Elise, in her 8th month of pregnancy, singing an original song that we wrote together about the scalding hot topic of global warming. The song is entitled Reality Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Elise Carver and the Potential Spam Band.
Some say times are running out. God, I hope they're wrong. But I've seen fires and hurricanes, earthquakes, torrential rains. This time, is it a mountain too high to climb? The politicians and the priests, well, they've lost their way. Thoughts and prayers are all they've got. It takes hands to untie a knot, and I don't even hear what they say. And I say, why can't they see it? Why don't they know? Is it life that we're living, or a reality show? They make up the rules as they go along, and it seems they've forgotten what's right and what's wrong. Mother Earth is heating up, and so is the war about it. California burns off and on, soon the ice caps will be gone. We're drowning and we're burning as they say. 50 years, maybe less or more, before the world's not safe to live in anymore. Our parents may sneak through, there's no escape for me and you. And will the blame come crashing through your door? And I say, why can't they see it? Why don't they know? Is it life that we live in, or a reality show? They make up the rules as they go along, and it seems they've forgotten what's right and what's wrong. With an eye out to the future and the past out of sight, I look out to the present. We've gotta get this thing right. Praise for the words while the years take their course. But I hope for the best. Will humanity pass the test? And I say, why can't they see it? Why don't they know? Is it life that we're living, or a reality show? They make up the rules as they go along, and it seems they've forgotten what's right and what's wrong. Why can't they see it? Why don't they know? we live in or a reality show. They make up the rules as they come along, and it seems they've forgotten what's right and what's wrong.
Thanks, Elise. What a beautiful and important song. What a voice and what a message. I'm sure our unborn daughter's in the womb right now thinking,
Hey, can you turn the music down out there? I'm trying to get a little sleep before I have to join you people out there in hell.
thanks again to Elise Carver and the Potential Spam Band. Also, my thanks to Gillian Hetero for stopping by briefly with his exotic bird calls and his temper. You guys ever get the feeling that the British are still mad at us for defecting from their country and then making a much better one of our own? I thought you guys would like that. And finally, thanks to our special guest, Keanu Reeves, who may have stayed too long for his own comfort, but showed himself to be a great sport, other than dissing Patrick Swayze. Mom, Dad, stay in your seats. We're not quite done yet. Okay, fine. Thanks for coming. Where was I? Oh, you guys are not going to want to miss our next podcast, our third Potential Spam episode, because the biggest motion picture star of all time, Tom Cruise, is going to be in the house. Hey, what a great show tonight, huh? Right? Who said we couldn't do this show live? I think we nailed it. Thanks, folks. Good night, everybody. Good night, Alexandra. Daddy loves you. Even though he hasn't met you yet.
We repeat, all participants in this podcast were portrayed by Alexander Carver. Any likenesses to the voices, personalities, or real-world views of those persons depicted here in no way reflects the true voices, personalities, real-world views, or unstableness of the people herein. We apologize for any confusion. You got it? Good.